Hey, welcome to Highly Social. I'm Mike Eaton. Boy, howdy. It's an early day. I got sunglasses on from my swag bag at Skankfest, and I'm joined by two amazing guests today. What? Is that allowed? Yes. I've got Adam Luckey and Chris Rees.
What's up, buddy? I like how
boys.
It's called Highly Social, and as soon as you got here, you were just so quiet and distant. you spent like 30 minutes in the bathroom.
Yeah. Well, I had to jack off to get ready for the show.
Well, but we did it out here. These guys are cool.
Pretty sure we heard you puking the whole time in the bathroom.
Oh, no.
You okay, bud?
I'm fine.
Are you
great.
dry heaving? You just
No.
having a good dry heave?
First off, my heaves are wet. I'll have you know.
I'm a wet heave.
I'm a big wet heaver.
Yeah, me too.
Secondly, yes.
First off, no, but
Oh my God. How are you guys doing this? You guys even have glasses on to make it brighter.
yeah, well,
don't
we
know if
just
that's how
never
glasses
we
work.
never stopped drinking and doing cocaine last night. We just carried over, so we're still pretty up.
Water. They didn't have any water bottles, so I grabbed a SodaStream bottle and filled it with water.
Yeah, it looks wild.
I'm what you'd call resourceful.
I thought it was vodka, legitimately, when we came away.
Could you imagine?
You'd feel better.
See, that's
No.
your mistake. You don't
I've
drink
never
water.
understood that. Who does this hair of the dog thing? That's crazy.
When I was younger, I used to all the time.
Yeah?
Every time I'd wake up, you just have like a light beer. I feel like that would always help.
What does it do?
It just gets you back buzzed instead of being shitty and feeling hungover.
Whoa, dude, I couldn't handle a buzz right now. Are you kidding me?
That's what you think now.
It'll make you feel, especially when you drink it in the shower, and don't talk to your kids.
Yeah. And if you do just a little bit of meth.
Oh, okay. Now, back in. Let's go.
That's the thing is when I was doing that, I was also doing a little bit of crystal meth.
Yeah, let's get methed up.
Meth is fun. That's why it's fun to do Molly now because I'm always like, oh, there's a little bit of meth in here.
It's diet meth. This is just horny meth.
Well, like I feel like every time I've done Molly, there's only been like maybe two. Well, there was one time I had a lot of actual pure MDMA, and every other time I'm just like, oh, this is just MDMA with a lot of with meth.
Well, it's methyl dioxymethamphetamine is what
Yeah.
MDMA is.
Yeah, but a lot of people put actual meth in like Molly,
And it's
just to make
sweet.
it.
It's great.
And it's cool. Those people are cool guys.
Yeah, and those people sick as fuck. When are they going to start putting fentanyl in my Molly?
Well,
roll to
speaking
heaven.
of that Skankfest, dude, I was surprised that the drugs I got there were so clean.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That was the reason that, Darian's finally here. Thank God.
hell yeah.
Darian sits in the captain's chair over there and is mean to us.
Oh, okay. Hey, Darian, you're fat. I got him first.
Yeah.
Whoa.
I got you first, though.
Whoa.
I knew he was going to come at me, so I had to get one out there.
Spicy AF, dog.
Yeah.
Wait, what's Darian's role in this?
He's just mean sometimes. He's the sass master.
He's just
Sass
mean
master.
sometimes.
Yeah.
Alright.
He's been busy recently, and so he hasn't been able to be here being sassy. So, yeah.
Darian, be mean real quick.
Yeah,
I can't do that. I'm not a mean guy.
give us one.
I'm not mean.
He's bad at his job
Nah, he's
already.
gay.
What is going on
Gay.
here?
We're like the gay sass master.
Well, more
I
like
can barely hear you guys.
more like the ass master.
It's cool. I really feel a part of this. I'm glad I.
That's his. That's his criticism. You guys don't talk loud enough for me to hear you, so fucking roast mode.
So I wanted to have you on so we could go over Skankfest.
Yeah.
It was so wild, and then Chris knows about it.
But it's good because then Chris doesn't have to talk at all.
Yeah, it's perfect. You can just get over there and be Spinelli.
Yeah. Spinelli?
Yeah.
She talked? From Recess?
Yeah.
I feel like she was really outgoing.
I don't give a shit. Shut up.
That's an odd reference.
No.
Mikey, if anything. I think
No.
Mikey would have been a better one. 'Cause
He burps when he eats the sandwich.
Mikey was a sweet, sweet guy.
I know, and they always called me Mikey. And I was like, hey, stop.
I'm more Spinelli, if anything.
I choke animals.
What the Jesus Christ. You got to get your full 8 hours, dog.
What are you guys talking about?
I don't
Cool
like
bikes in
hungover
the
Mike.
building.
I like Mike. I think he's badass.
Have you ever met Spicy Mike? Because he came out a couple times at Skankfest.
Oh, yeah, I met him a couple. He was a wild boy.
Spicy Mike's
Who's
crazy.
Spicy Mike?
There was a point where I offered you Molly, and you said, no, I'm going to take it easy
Yeah.
tonight because I
Yeah.
want to get some spots in. And I was like, that's good, man. Good for you. And then I think maybe 45 minutes later, I checked back in with you, and you were like, I'm on coke, Molly, mushrooms, and heroin, I think.
Allegedly.
They just have to keep telling you to be quiet. You were like, I'm so sorry. And then immediately you were just like, I have no control over this.
Yeah, I didn't get to pick me. I didn't choose. No, it was really fun. Dude, the first night, I should not have sang karaoke.
Thursday?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well,
Do you remember how
we
bad
were
I was?
all fucked up, and we all signed up.
Yeah.
I remember that. They never got to me, thank God. I mean, everyone was bad, pretty much.
What song did you sing?
Semi-Charmed Life.
Yeah.
That seems like you.
And then Tony Casillas sang Basket Case, and he didn't do that bad.
No, he didn't do bad.
I thought he did pretty good. And I signed up for medium pace, but they didn't make it in time.
Yeah. But then the Team America World Police Puppet guys
That
came
guy was
out.
cool. It
He was awesome.
It was real weird energy. I'll be
Very.
honest. 'Cause
Yeah.
there was like 19 people left. This is the pre-show at Skankfest, by the way. It was a different venue, so it's just
Yeah.
like a music venue,
The
which I
Billiards
thought
Hall.
that was really cool how they did that. I thought that was
agree.
smart to do. Like it felt like an actual concert instead of just like a party.
Yeah.
But Everlast was there too.
Forever.
Yeah, for a long time. Everyone was just like, just play the one. Play the
Yeah.
one. You
We don't
which
know what
one.
it's like. Ask us. and then it's fine.
And it was good, but it was just all the songs sounded very similar, and I was like, he's been up there for like 45 minutes.
Dude, he's old.
Yeah,
He's so old.
and then by the time all
the
that
fuck,
was
guys?
over, there was like, I mean, there's probably like 30 people there for karaoke.
Yeah.
which was crazy because last year that was packed the fuck out
Well, karaoke was supposed to start
at 12.
12,
Yeah,
and it didn't start until
maybe close to 1.
1-ish.
Yeah. And then at the end, it's just all these people coming down off of like coke and hallucinogens, and then just an old man with an old man puppet. Like,
And just like, da, 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 da. Yeah.
So this is the Team America guy?
yeah.
And then I guess you guys got me into an Uber. Thank you so much. But
Yeah, we did.
I woke up the next morning and found out that I'd had a hot dog.
yeah, I remember you aggressively eating a hot dog. You didn't want to stop eating it. We were like, I don't know if it's a good idea to bring that in the Uber. And you just. You didn't say anything.
That sounds like you shouldn't bring that hot dog in the Uber. I'll put it in me.
Well, if it's in me, it's in the Uber.
It's in the Uber.
Yeah, that was just the first night.
Yeah.
Me and Tony Casillas went to a casino, and first off, you should not be able to drink all night. That's
No,
a
it's not-
terrible,
that should
terrible
be
thing.
illegal.
That should not exist.
No.
Shut up, Adam.
Sassy Darius.
God
comes
damn
out.
it. He
That's
got me.
fucking stupid.
Got him.
Why is that stupid, Darian?
Huh?
Why is it stupid?
Because this is America, dude.
That's
All
a good point.
That's a good
But,
point.
I mean, sometimes you need regulations, dog, because I found out
Yeah.
why. You stay out till 7 a.m.
That's a myth.
Dude, I'm pro-life now. Fucking Vegas ruined me. I'm a Republican. it's regulate everything.
So would you
Just
say
that one thing, because I didn't get back to my hotel till 8 a.m. and the festival started at 11.
Yeah.
And then as soon as I walked in, they threw me up. So I was just like, all right, I'm fucking not prepared.
Time to comedy. Yeah, you kept fucking every day. So me and Bianca, Tony Casillas, Fuzzy Kilgee, Joey Smith, and Candace Medina all stayed in an Airbnb. Mm-hmm. And so we would all get back. We kind of try and organize and orchestrate when we were going to and from the Airbnb.
Yeah, save some money on Ubers.
Yeah,
for sure.
and it wasn't that bad. But the mornings, I would wake up. I was sleeping in this fucking just bright, sunny, hot room on a fucking trundle bed on wheels.
That sounds awful.
And because I roll in my sleep, I would just wake up and half of my bed would be under Tony's bed. And I'd have to push myself to roll back across the room. But I'd wake up and I'd look at my phone, and then Adam would be like, I just got off stage, did a set. I was like, dog, it's 1.
Yeah. Well, that was the thing, was like, that was everyone's mindset, was they were getting fucked up and they weren't getting there on time. So there were some comics that, like, missed their spots, and I was there to fucking step in.
I did not miss a single spot.
Yeah. Yeah, I wasn't implying that you did.
So my number one priority there was comedy, but I only had 2 shows on the books.
Mm-hmm.
I had Friday. God damn it.
Hey, Darian?
Yeah.
Nice shirt.
Thanks.
Fuck yeah.
that is actually
Actually,
yeah,
Fupa?
I like it a lot.
Oh, it's just.
It's all over your body.
It's like, hey, buddy, we knew.
I like that shirt, though.
I
For,
Big risk. That's why I did it on a podcast and not a show.
It-
Somebody had yelled that at me while I was on stage. I would have had a meltdown.
It's smart for you to cover your body in words so it distracts from the rest of the body. Yeah.
Yeah, you and Muslim women, cover up.
I thought his shirt just said fillings. He's like, I love them all.
I love all the cream, custard.
I'll really eat anything that's filled with anything. I don't give a shit.
Whoa. Well, I'm all horned up.
Hell yeah. I've been jacking the whole podcast. The entire table's lifting up.
Yeah.
Oh God, is that your jack off face?
Darian, you jacking over there?
No, I'll show you guys this is my O face. This is the face I make when I come. You ready?
Yeah.
Oh, you get Japanese.
Darren was doing that all night, running that bit about. He's like, "Do you find this funny?" Oh, just
Darian, the answer is yes. That's hilarious.
yeah.
It's wildly risky.
Yeah. Well, it's interesting because it's not really a joke. It's just an excuse for you to do really racist Japanese.
Last night on the show, we had the most Japanese man I've ever seen in my entire life went up one comic after me.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Rio?
Very Japanese.
Dude, Rio's funny as shit, too.
Yeah, I didn't watch his set.
Oh, he's very funny.
I don't think Rio liked Darian's bit about. Oh.
Yeah, because when you did it, he kept going, "Oh, why you do that?"
Well, it was also really funny because I couldn't believe he took time from fighting Godzilla to come do comedy.
Yeah.
No, they don't fight Godzilla. They get the fuck out
He
of there.
just dropped his Japanese accent. And who's this fat motherfucker stealing my shit?
He said, hey, this is my material.
Real insight on that? Was he really actually upset?
Stop being so fucking
Yeah, aren't
nervous
you
about
supposed to
life,
be-
dude.
I'm not nervous about it. I think that's hilarious.
He's so self-conscious about his
Why is there
Japanese
Hey,
relationships.
why is there a computer window open behind the? No, on the screens
What are
in
you
front of your
looking at,
face. You
Darian?
see how there's windows? It's Google has been opened behind the cameras. I don't think it's supposed to look like that.
Somebody else is open.
Dan, can you help? Anyway,
can
so
crop that
Skankfest, day one, midnight on Friday is the first time I'm supposed to be on stage. So I was like, I gotta wait.
Midnight?
To do any, yeah.
Was your first? Nice.
So I was like, I gotta wait to do any partying until I've been on stage.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm waiting and I'm waiting and I'm waiting and I finally get on stage and then I party. I have a lot of fun. Friday night was great. It was just a really fun time. What did you do Friday night?
It's hard to remember what
Right?
nights were what. That I think I did 2 sets. I did a set as soon as I got there, and then I did a set closer towards the end of the night. And then I think we just hung out, did the goddamn comedy jam. I mean, every
Goddamn
night.
Comedy Jam night one was incredible.
Yeah, every night we're leaving the festival at like 2. You're sass master over there.
Yeah.
that's quite.
Are you playing
He's just
Skater
watching
Boy?
fucking Instagram reels.
You guys like Joe Jet?
But yeah, Friday was just kind of like the day to get the lay of the land. And I should say I wasn't on the lineup.
Yeah.
I just went as John Carden's +1. And I figured there was a good chance I guess that's because he came with me last year at Skankfest South and wasn't on the lineup, and he did like 6 shows.
Yeah.
And it was awesome.
Yeah, I mean, if you do it right like that, and you get there early because there are a lot of people missing early spots. I
Yeah.
thankfully didn't get booked.
And
for
it's
any
no
early
like
spots.
nothing against the festival. The festival's like very well organized. It's
Yeah.
just that when you have nonstop fucking showcases and lineups, people don't show up or they just get there late. And I was just there.
No, for sure.
And yeah, those crowds are so fucking fun to perform for that it was
Dude,
worth it.
unreal fun.
But like for every set I caught, there was like 6 sets where I thought I was gonna go up, and then like minutes before they're like, never mind.
Yeah.
And then there was one where I was walking by a stage. And I just knew all the showrunners because they're all Creek in the Cave employees, and one of them was like, "Do you want to do an impressions show?" And I was like, "I don't really know any impressions." He's like, "Well, you can do a 5 to 10 minute set if you can come up with a character." And I was like, "All right, I'll be Bernie Mac."
Yeah.
I did that, and it was one of the things I was more popular for.
Yeah.
Skankfest. It was
That
really
fucking rules.
interesting. I just did. It wasn't even Bernie Mac. It was just really racist black voice.
Yeah. And they loved
They
it.
loved it. I got an applause break for
That's so
using a word that I could only use because I was dead and black at the time.
That's so funny. Dude, Saturday I didn't have any sets booked. So I was just going to go and hang out and try and get up somewhere. I ended up getting up in the tank.
Nice. That was a funnest room, honestly.
I thought Sheath was the most fun.
That was the coolest one for sure. That felt like a legit like Comedy Central style stage.
Yeah.
Like, and then I forgot what it was called. Dance Safe,
Yeah.
maybe was one of them.
Yeah.
The one where the Big J shot his special.
Yes.
That was probably my favorite one to perform on because it felt like very official.
Yeah.
And that was when I followed Joe List too, so that was fucking
Yeah, that's fucking sick.
intense.
How many sets did you end up doing, Mike?
I did 6, although one of them was a Kill Tony set.
This is. You guys want to hear about my Skankfest weekend? I had a fun weekend.
No.
Yeah, what'd you do?
I just sat in a house alone watching Gilmore Girls
Oh, wow.
Nice. How far did you get?
season 2.
Wow, that is a lot.
That's the Gil most.
Cried a lot.
Was Buffy in that?
Was Holtzman at
Yes, he
Yeah,
was.
he
and
was
oh my God, it was
slaughtering.
the best.
I wonder if we
Holtzman
could
in prime Holtzman font.
say what he did.
Oh, I'm about to.
Did you
One of
see-
the things that Holtzman did was the greatest of all time.
It's the funniest
so,
thing I've
first
ever
off, he has a joke about his gay son, but he goes, "My son, he's gay," which is awesome. And he goes, "I'm gonna do a Brody Stevens impression. I'm killing myself. I'm Brody Stevens. I'm killing myself." And then later he did a Bob Saget impression where he hit his head on the stool and then just fell on the ground. He goes, "I'm Bob Saget. I'm dead." The best part is it's just 0% creative. He's literally, "Look, I'm Brody Stevens. I'm killing myself."
Well, he did that impression show I did, and he walked in and he was like, "I'm going up next." I was like, "What impression are you going to do?" He's like, "Is this an impression show?" I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "I got some impressions." It's just so weird because Holtzman is just like the sweetest, nicest guy off stage
Ever.
He
And then he gets up there and you're
he's
like,
super
"What?"
polite,
Yeah.
and respectful, and then he gets up there and he's just like, "That's my boy. Let him suck your fucking cock."
"Why won't you let my boy suck your cock? That's my boy."
That's a common trend among comedians that are that crazy.
Oh, yeah.
They're the nicest. I find David Lucas to be one of the nicest, most pleasant.
Oh, I love
people
David
ever.
Lucas.
But
Yeah.
He looks like the worst criminal you've ever.
What
that's
makes
racist.
him look like a criminal? Hey, Darian, what about David Lucas makes him look like a criminal?
Oh, first off, he's black.
Okay.
Jesus Christ.
No. But his material is like some of the raunchiest and craziest.
Well, and he goes in on fucking audience members, primarily women. It doesn't even take that much. Some girl can just order a drink. He's like, "What'd you say, you nappy-headed, snaggle-toothed looking bitch? You look like a mailbox that's gay." You like a gay mailbox full of cum.
That's perfect.
A lot of black people have discovered that if you just end a roast in looking ass, it kills every time.
Yeah.
You fucking trophy case looking ass.
Yeah. You got eyeballs in your butt looking ass.
Over here, I eat Arby's every day looking ass.
I'm a genius.
It works, dude. It doesn't have to make any
it's the
sense.
funniest shit ever.
You pick your daughter up from daycare every day on time, looking ass, motherfucker.
Damn, that is really fun. Well, it's time to do an ad read looking ass.
You ad reading, looking ass, motherfucker.
This podcast is brought to you by Golden Cricket Protein Bars. Golden Cricket utilizes the most sustainable protein source on the planet, crickets. Yes, the insects. And it comes in one delicious flavor of peanut butter chocolate banana. It's very good. I like it a lot. Why crickets? Because they're 65% protein by weight, and they have more nutrients and use less water to produce than literally any other protein source. Like all that other dumb shit you're eating. Go to goldencricket.com and use promo code EATN for 10% off and help save the planet. We're also brought to you by Joker Glass, Jokr Glass, Joker Designs on Instagram. Check them out. My bong is somewhere. They're doing some work in the studio, so I don't have it in front of me at the moment. But you've seen me hit it. You know how much I love it. And they just started selling all the pieces individually. So instead of buying the whole giant bong, you can get the beaker bottom, you can get the perk in the middle, and you can get the straight tube top. So if you just wanted to get the straight tube, not have a perk in yours, you can do that now. Code EATN, get a discount. Go check them out. Back to the show. Hooray.
Now say those ads with a Japanese accent.
We are brought to you today. Golden Cricket.
Crickets are good.
I love Golden Cricket.
This segment brought to you by Piss Egg. Egg with piss.
Look at ass.
Look at ass. You know that's a real thing. They
Egg piss?
they like marinate boiled eggs in little boy piss and they eat it. It's supposed to make their dicks better.
Who does this?
I think
Derek, can you Google
Japanese
that?
people.
Yeah, Darian, type that in.
Can you see if they have that on Uber
How do you
Eats
make little
and get
boy
us a
dick
couple
taste
of-
better?
Yeah, see if they have, I think that's what a century egg is, right?
Japanese?
I don't know. Just put
Japanese little boy piss egg.
little
Type that in and see what the internet says.
Little boy
piss egg.
So Saturday I did one set, and then I had crazy fun party night. Jelly Roll showed up.
No, that was fucking
That was
cool.
wild. And then I had just a meltdown and I had to go back to the Airbnb so I could look at colors on my end.
That's fair.
The best part, though, so I'm leaving, and we're right there at the beginning of Old Vegas where, like, Slotzilla and all that shit is. So there's not, like, a good spot for Ubers to drop you off.
Yeah, that's a rough area.
But I just was like, hey, I can't
I can't move. You
I
gotta
can't
get
do
me.
directions right now. So you just look for a fat man waving. And then when you see him, you let him in your car. And hopefully that's me. Like, that's exactly what I said to my Uber. This fucking dude
Like,
pulls
all right.
up. And it was a Jeep. I remember it was a black Jeep. And I hopped in. And it was like the perfect temperature inside. And he was playing smooth jazz. And it was very dark, but lots of pretty lights.
That's
And I was
nice.
like, oh, the perfect chariot. He was driving me back to the Airbnb. And I was like, hey, man. This is probably going to sound a little weird, but can you do like a couple extra laps? I'm having a really good time. So he was a cool dude. He was like, you got it, boss. Turned the radio up a little bit, just did a couple more laps. And I was just in the back like,
Oh my god, dude, this is, first of all, this is real.
second off, I need one.
Secondly, most importantly, I knew it couldn't have been, this sounded disgusting, so this is a Chinese culture.
Yeah, Chinese makes more sense.
In Danyang specifically, but they soak, it's pretty much exactly what it sounds like. They soak eggs in young boys' piss, and then you eat them for health effects.
Makes your dick better, right?
Yeah, they have all kinds of fucking, says
Is there a link?
Inflammation. And you know what's crazy is there's no taboo about this. It says it's
Why?
honored,
Why would there be taboo? Who's getting hurt?
honored tradition.
You know, every Thanksgiving we have little boy piss eggs. Have
Hey,
some pumpkin
here's
pie.
the thing.
Say
Little
what we're
boy,
grateful for.
little boy's got to piss.
An egg's got to soak.
These cannot be good.
Oh, I don't think
Oh,
it's
no
a
shit,
taste.
They're not
Sherlock.
eating it for taste.
Yeah, I don't think it's a taste
And
thing.
you know,
Derek.
Asian people, they like fucking live forever.
Whoa.
Little boy piss.
That is funny how like every other, well, our culture too, but every culture just has something weird that make your dick better.
No,
Yeah.
something weird like this. This is insane.
I don't know. We have rhino pills in gas stations that we take.
Locally by each vendor. What does that mean?
That means that there is someone whose job is little boy piss.
We
finder.
have our own boys here. You can see them. You can watch our boys pee. They pee good.
Organic boy piss.
I'm
man.
so glad I don't have enough viewers to get canceled.
What? I don't really see what's wrong with that.
It's a tradition in the springtime.
Oh, okay. So we gotta wait a few
That
months.
last part
not
was
even-
kind of sweet. That was
Yeah.
kind of like a nice little addition.
It's not even the right time of year for it.
Springtime for Hitler.
Oh,
you-
that didn't even make sense. That's why you're gonna
It's
get.
from the producers.
Oh, I don't know. I didn't watch
Springtime for
this.
Hitler.
You don't want to eat. Oh, I know that song.
Yeah.
You don't want to eat piss
Springtime for
eggs
Hitler?
in winter.
Fall. Ugh.
Are you eating a piss egg right
It's
now?
like wearing white after Labor Day. What's wrong with you?
What's that? A little boy or a egg soaked in little boy piss? Ugh! It's December, you idiot! What are you doing? That's not in season.
That's not till March at the earliest.
Piss eggs is Japanese pumpkin spice.
Ooh.
Oh, it's like a white girl summer thing. Oh, Nima.
No, piss egg frappuccino.
Don't you talk to me until I've had my piss egg.
I'm never gonna make it. I have so much eggs and hate.
Can you?
Jesus Christ.
Can we order those?
There,
Yeah, how do you get piss
See if we
eggs?
can get us
So,
a couple of piss eggs on the dark web.
shout out Ellis Bullard. He's a fucking amazing musician. I was trying to go catch his show on Wednesday after my show, and I missed him by just a little bit at Whitehorse. But so we're talking on the back patio, and a couple people that saw his show came up, and they're like, "Man, you were so great. That was such a great show." And Ellis is such a cool guy. He goes, "You guys need to know this guy," and introduced him to me. He was like, "Mike's a very funny comedian." And me and Ellis are in a group chat with a bunch of crazy memes in it and stuff, and a bunch of crazy people in it. And she hands Ellis her phone to look up my Instagram, which is like a very weird thing to just stand there for. And then Ellis jokes to me, he's like, "What if I accidentally added her to our meme chat?"
Oh, he did that.
And so then I'm like, haha, that would be very funny. And so we're laughing. And she goes, "What's so funny?" And I was like, "Oh, he was just joking if he added you to a group chat. She goes, "Oh, is it a lot of Asian stuff?" She's like a Chinese woman. She's there with like her white boyfriend.
Was it a
and
lot
we're
of
like,
Asian stuff?
"No, what? Like, why would it be a bunch of Asian stuff?" She goes, "I don't know. You guys were laughing." And Ellis goes, "No, we're like stop Asian hate, all that." And I was like, "Yeah, it's like the exact opposite of Asian hate. It's a lot of love." And then I like elbowed her boyfriend in the ribs, and I was like, "A lot of tentacles." You know what I'm saying?
Whoa, that's cool.
And he was like, "Yeah," and I was like, "Oh, oh." You played along too good.
First of all, I don't think Asians want to stop Asian hate. Asians are fueling most Asian hate. They hate other Asians so hard.
Tom Segura nailed that fucking joke on, I think it's like Mostly Stories.
Oh,
where
with where he touches the skin?
Yeah, where the Japanese director says he won't work with the Chinese guy.
Oh, yeah.
And he's like,
Well, I grew up around blacks. That's why I'm allowed to call them that.
Jesus, why did you say that so hard?
That's what they prefer.
it's not. I'm almost certain.
Like a fucking faggot over there.
Jesus Christ.
Whoa, Darian?
Darian grew
It's
up.
not even sass.
Darian
That's
grew
just-
up around faggots. Black faggots.
Oh my God.
I grew up in a primarily gay black neighborhood, so that's why I'm allowed to say. Here we go.
And this has been the final episode.
Can you cue the about to say the N-word music?
Yeah.
We'll
Jesus.
put a boot in your ass. It's the American way. Confetti comes down. Have you heard
Uncle
that song?
Sam, put your name
love
at
that.
the top of his list.
And the Statue of Liberty started butt fucking your kids. And then we blew up your schools. Even though we don't really think you had anything to do with that attack.
All right, so I ordered a couple of dozen piss eggs.
A couple
Alright, good.
dozen.
Baker's dozen.
Wow. do they have different types, like tall boy piss, short boy piss?
Can't order 'em.
I want skinny boy piss. I want to see if it helps with weight loss.
How much do piss eggs go for?
Like, it's Chinese money. It's not real money.
It's made up currency.
Very small coins.
It's like V-Bucks.
They
dude.
just keep. I feel like they all keep them in like a little purple satchel or something.
a Crown Royal
I will
bag.
give you 4 little schmeeks. I made it Jewish.
Yeah, your Jews showing. Just schmeckle for you.
Adam, bury that.
Do they
Jew
have
down.
Chinese
Don't let people
Jews?
see it.
I hope
Do they have
not.
Chinese Jews?
Yeah.
They better not.
You better not.
If I can vote on that, I'm going to vote against it.
Who are you voting for next election?
Kanye.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
I asked you, Adam, what do you think about, what do you,
I mean, as a Jew, I can say he is not wrong. At all. It's all very well. He's basically just like the Jews are trying to destroy me because they control everything, and then literally lost everything. And I'm like, well, that's not a good argument for you guys not controlling everything. If you were able to take everything away from him, they even made his kids Jewish. I heard.
That's pretty cool.
That's disgusting.
I like that.
That's
I don't
a
know why
line you
people
shouldn't
shit
go.
on Kanye so much. He's a very
because
brave
he's
man.
bipolar and says crazy shit. To
He's
make
nothing
himself.
he said was that
I
crazy.
think.
Kanye is just the exact same person as Elon Musk without rich parents.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing is Kanye came from like nothing.
Yeah.
So like it's already hard to be super famous in the spotlight, but to start with absolutely nothing and then make it there,
Yeah.
it's just it makes you crazy. They're all crazy. It's just
Yeah.
most of them don't fucking show it a lot. He likes to show it,
He loves to.
and I like watching it.
It's awesome.
I'm
I
very
also-
glad he's back on Instagram. I like
Going
watching
against the
everything he
Jews,
posts.
that's fun.
Yeah.
How many celebrities had sex with kids on Epstein's Island and we don't care?
Yeah, man, isn't that
Nobody
crazy?
cares.
Bill Gates be kid fucking.
Kanye West should have just
making
put
this depopulation vaccine.
Bill Gates fuck kids,
And
Bill
now
Clinton
I'm
fuck
canceled.
kids.
What's up, YouTube?
I don't. This just looking at the studio strikes me as the type of place where you're allowed to say that Bill Clinton fucks kids.
Oh yeah, no, of course. The studio doesn't
it
mind, but
says it on that flag over there.
I would not be at all surprised. Dan Holloway, half the Drinking Bros, his slogan is "All politicians are cunts."
There was
APAC, dude. He's
there was a
awesome.
shirt at Skankfest and it said Biden on it. And I was like, oh, that's an interesting shirt to see at Skankfest. And then I walked closer and underneath it literally just said "fucks kids." I was like, oh yeah, that's more.
That makes more sense.
That's
for
more
Skankfest.
Skankfest speed.
Dude, Nancy Pelosi's husband got attacked at their home last night.
Cool.
and the story is breaking. I want to know what happened.
She's evil. I'm sure they deserve it. They're bad people.
Do you think that the burglar was just trying to get a look at those sweet, sweet Milkies?
He probably wanted to take her
Nancy Pelosi's
mask
got
off.
big old milkers.
Yeah, Nancy Pelosi's got some fucking hefty sweater puppets,
Nice.
dude.
Really?
Yeah.
She's all
Do they
old,
hang
though.
weird? You
I think she's got them all stuffed full of goof juice so that they stay up high.
Stuff full of goop,
Goof
juice.
juice?
Juice.
Goop juice.
Goof juice.
That brings us to our next ad. Read Goop Juice.
Apparently, the suspect entered the home and began shouting, "Where is Nancy?"
See, I told you. He wanted the mommy milkers.
He didn't really come in like sneaky. Sneaky was not his.
Nancy, where are you? I need the Milkies.
I'm here to milk your tits.
Baby wants squeezies.
I'm not gay. What?
And then her husband is like, you can't touch my wife's tits.
One of the first things he yells is, "I'm not gay. I'm here for dancing."
I'm not gay. I want the tits.
All right, man.
Her husband's like, I'll show you gay. Starts aggressively butt fucking.
I will be gay if I have to get
So
out of
he's
this
been
jail.
hospitalized with monkeypox. that's what was actually
I'm gonna look up Nancy Pelosi tits.
Chris is going to have a good day.
Oh, God damn it. I got to be over here with him hard.
These are I only know like 6 news stories. I know that. And I know all the Wisconsin volleyball chicks got leaked on Twitter.
Yeah, I like how this whole podcast is sporadic, mostly racial stories, and then just Skankfest stories kind of sprinkled in.
Ta-da!
I think nobody listens to this because I've advocated for the genocide of Asian Americans for a while.
All of them?
God damn it.
Good luck,
Those
dude.
are some thick boys.
They're fast, and they're
Those
little.
tits.
That's what I'm saying.
You cut those off and make them into sleeping bags. God damn.
Yeah, but that's like substitute teacher tits.
What is wrong with substitute teacher
There's
tits?
nothing wrong with it, but it's not your main teacher. You only get to see him for like a day, and then you're just like,
Yeah, why does
over
she?
it.
Oh,
Yeah,
these
but
are
it's like she rolls in that fucking cart with the TV on it, and then she takes those fucking just.
Just plops them on top of the TV. We're going to do math today.
I don't know why I like using that voice for all people. But, hey kids, look at my sloppy tits. I'm setting them
the
on the
idea.
TV.
That
for
is
you
a
to
good
look
voice
at.
for Nancy.
That's a pretty
Pelosi.
good Nancy Pelosi.
I'm Nancy Pelosi.
Hey, this fucking queer broke into my house. I bet he's gay. No, I specifically said I'm not. That was the first thing I said when I got in here.
I told you.
Pelosi.
And then I fucked over the whole city. Whoa.
Little Miss Muffet did insider trading. Whoa, Nancy Pelosi. I love when they ask her, like, have you been doing any of that shit? She goes, no. Nah. And then just leaves.
No, come on.
Hey, come on.
That's not the Pelosi
She
way.
just slapped a jukebox and it started working again and then left. Yeah.
Started smashing her tits together. She's evolving into Fonzie.
How cool would
like a
that be?
Dice Clay
Nancy
Fonzie
Pelosi was just
matchup.
Titty Fonzie.
That'd be a cool movie, Fonzie versus Dice Clay, like Freddy versus Jason style. We have to pick a side. They're both like haven't aged that well.
Oh, no.
They're both just not as entertaining as they were. Although Henry Winkler is pretty fun, dude. I like when he's in movies now.
Dude, I love Winkler.
Winkler's great.
Gay Fonzie.
Gay Fonzie.
I like that.
Okay.
That's good.
All right.
It was a death sentence back then, so that's funnier. He's sad about it.
God damn it. So
like
Skankfest.
Speaking of AIDS,
I'm imagining what went on in Skate.
100%.
this is pretty G-rated compared.
Oh, yeah. It was this, but then there was also just me drinking White Claw out of a man's prosthetic leg.
Oh, that was the thing too. It's just
What?
yeah, I was drinking. You did that. You did do that.
I did. Me and Lemaire Lee drank out of a man's
Did
leg.
he let you?
Like you did do that, and that is something you need to deal with.
Yeah, that is something you just got to live with forever.
So honestly, I to peek behind the curtains a little bit, I didn't taste bad or smell bad at all. I just played it up for the camera because it was very funny.
It was probably
Be
clean
like,
enough.
sour, gross.
Probably sweaty.
So he has on the end of his legs, he has like 3
Socks, kind of.
Like he has a sock thing, and then he has like a condom thing, and then he has like a neoprene sleeve thing.
That makes sense. Because
And then the
otherwise his
neoprene
legs would get
sleeve
fucked up.
goes into this plastic tube that has like a coating on it, and then he puts another sleeve over the top of that to hook it on. So the actual place I was drinking out of, he cleans that every day, and it's fine. So he had cleaned it that morning, and I only poured probably about that much White Claw in, So it wasn't. It was like a quarter of a can between two legs. And me and Lemaire cheers, and then drank them.
That's gross.
That guy did naked roast, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
correct.
Oh,
Logan.
was he a comedian?
Yeah, his name's Logan Farr.
He had
Yeah.
one
He
prosthetic?
also has a hilarious Instagram. He has 2 prosthetic legs. He was
Ooh.
he was run over by a train as a
Yikes.
child and lost both of his legs.
Those naked roasts were rough, though. Those
Buddy.
were rough shows. Like, I mean, I get it's probably hard to find like really good comics to roast naked.
The guy from the Bay, I believe his name is Josh Means.
Oh, the redhead.
yeah, he
Yeah.
was the only good roast joke writer.
The girl too. Did you watch
Oh,
the
I didn't
second
see her.
one?
I didn't.
Celia. She's good. She like actually does roast battles and stuff.
Fuck yeah.
But then she's like a bigger lady, and she went against Evan Stone, a porn star.
Oh, cool.
It was awesome. I mean, he bombed, but at least he's not saying he's a comedian.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, she had nothing but fucking killers.
Did he have a hammer?
It was fine, but it was right after I'd seen Jason Ellis's cock. I don't know if you've seen that. That thing's a fucking tree trunk, and it's like uncircumcised too. So
Jesus.
it just looks like
So
someone
it just looks like a sweet potato.
put a wet paper bag over a fucking turnip.
That's terrifying.
A friend of mine actually, I won't say his name just because I don't want to fuck him up, but was thinking about trying to hook up with him until he saw that monster. He was like, never mind.
Yeah.
Because
Whoa.
Jason's bi, not gay, by the way.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, he ain't no faggot. I'm a half fag. We can say half faggot on here, right?
Yeah, yeah, sure. I don't know anymore. I don't, but Darian and Guess have said it, so it's.
Darian threw it out right away.
Darian loves to. He likes to break the ice with it.
It's not that bad of a word. I'll say
Also,
that.
Darian hasn't been that sassy throughout this. He's been kind of nice.
He's been
kind.
helpful, actually.
Also, I'll be honest with you guys. You guys are a little bit of a different vibe of guests that we normally have.
Oh, yeah. You guys have a bunch of squares in here usually? Yeah. Well, yeah, we come in hard,
I did come in hard.
aggressive. And, I mean, like I said, Kanye, everything he said is right. At the very least, he's probably not going in enough. That's the problem. I was like, DEFCON 3, you need to ramp that up, dog.
Kanye's a brave man.
Sounds like the Jews started it, honestly.
The Jews really do start most.
How am I losing control of my own podcast? What is happening right now?
Because you let a Jew on,
I'm
and
just
now I
getting
control
trains
it.
run on me by all of your terrible
Don't bring
opinions.
a
Mike,
Jew on your
Whose
podcast.
side are you
At
on?
the end of this podcast, Adam's going to be your agent, manager, and
I'm just gonna make it in Hollywood now.
You on the Jews or Kanye?
You want a Jew on?
I don't care.
You gotta care.
No, I don't.
No.
You can't make me.
No one
can't make me
cares.
give a shit.
Ye or Jew?
You know what I like to watch? The fight.
The fight?
It's kind of like, who do you want to win, Roe or Wade?
Oh, you
I don't
just
care. I
like
just like to
watching
fight.
it.
You know.
Yeah. But yeah, the naked roast.
The naked roasts were dope.
It was interesting, but yeah, the jokes. There was one dude literally that just had no jokes at all. Like
Crab meat.
It was like a bald black guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
His name was Crab
And
Meat.
he just got mad at everybody.
Yeah.
And he was just like, "You guys fucking don't know comedy." I'm like, "You just like
He
didn't
was-
have jokes
painfully bad.
and like didn't handle it well either."
I
Like,
met him at Mr. Tramp's, which was our terrible, shitty open mic in Austin.
Oh,
Before
he's
this
been
became
down
a
here
real scene.
before.
2018 2018. I remember meeting him, and I remember he had me add him on Facebook, and told me to hit him up if I'm ever in Vegas. And I remember it because his name is fucking Crab Meat.
That's his real name.
It was his name on Facebook was Crab Meat, and I was
I
like,
like that.
all right, man, your name's fucking Crab Meat or whatever. And then I literally have not talked to, seen, or thought about that person until they were up on stage at Naked Roast, and it was one of the worst displays of roast I've
ever seen. And he bombed naked too.
Someone else did that at an Austin roast battle where they came up and they thought they would just be able to,
Was it on my show?
yeah. Someone went up and they thought they could just like freestyle and they didn't have anything written.
Oh, I remember that. I won't
trying to
say his
remember who it
name.
was.
I remember who it is.
Do you?
Yeah, I guess we can say it.
Who was it?
I mean, whatever. It is what it is. He's a nice guy. Well, Jaden Sharp, I'm pretty sure, right?
Oh, yeah, it was Jaden. I love Jaden so much.
And I love Jaden. He's awesome. But I will say he came up to me, asked to do roast battle, asked to do it. It's not like I pulled him in. And he had 2 jokes. And then at one point he was just like, "Your hair is like, you're a faggot." And it crushed. It destroyed. It destroyed.
Hair
But
is
then,
like you're a faggot.
But then he did it like the next 3
well, no,
jokes.
they had 2 more jokes. And after that, he was like, "I don't have anything else." I'm like, well, you gotta try, dog. My favorite one ever on the Austin roast battle was Hunter Duncan and Gabe Davis, and Austin roast battle is the blackest audience in Austin. Granted,
Yes.
it's like 9 of them.
Yeah, but still,
And
it's
it
the
could
only
be
time
more.
you get black people to come out.
It could be more because every time you count them, they get mad. So I only usually make it through about half before they're like, why are you counting us, motherfucker? And
Census.
so Hunter's just like a very, very white guy, and Gabe's
Yeah.
like a light-skinned black guy, but like, he's black. I checked.
Yeah.
And I make sure. But Hunter said something about like Gabe looks like he belongs in the streets, but like his voice says he belongs in the house. Basically.
Yeah.
Like implying he's a house N-word.
Yeah.
And all the black people loved it, but then they're like, all right, now you, Gabe, you better get that white motherfucker, get that cracker ass.
Yeah.
And Gabe had nothing. He just blanked.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't think you're allowed to be black anymore.
Yeah.
Nick Cannon actually sent Gabe a letter that said, you will never be on Wild 'N Out.
Yeah.
You lost.
My favorite roast in Austin was when Derek Dibble told Audrey Scott, "You look like you got a cold pussy."
Yeah, just 2 extremely autistic open micers.
just battling it out.
Just,
dude.
I mean, it really was a battle. A battle is a good word for that. They were not just battling each other; they were battling themselves.
Yeah.
They were battling their
Christ.
ability to get the jokes out.
My favorite is Derek keeps posting clips from the battle, and there's so many times where he starts to say a roast, and Audrey just like, no.
Yeah,
She
that
just-
was her strategy. To
She
just
Donald Trumped him.
She just screams, "No,
yeah. Well,
you're a fucking idiot."
I think she came into her head thinking that Derek's not funny, and she was just gonna kind of coast her way through it. But he actually did prepare.
Yeah.
He had some funny
Did he
stuff.
do good?
He did fine.
Yeah.
It was exactly what we all thought it was going to be. There was so many comedians crammed in the back to see that.
Mike is just on his phone now. He just
Yeah. Welcome to Highly Social.
Yeah.
So, well, there's a mystery
What?
happening at my house right now, and it's
What's
really
happening at
fucking
your
funny.
house?
So, I live with
Ghosts.
2 guys, Galen and Ross. Galen, Galen's a comedian, Ross is not. And all 3 of us share a bathroom, which is a nightmare, of course.
Everyone's curling their hair at the same time.
Right? Galen and Ross both have long hair. It's so gross. But so this morning in a group text with me, Ross, and Galen, Ross sent a picture of his toothbrush, but it's all like black and gross on the head of it. Like it looks like someone like brushed a tire with it.
Nice.
And so he just sent a picture of that in the group chat and said, "What the fuck?" And I have no idea. I was like, I don't know. Because the last time I saw this exact dirty toothbrush, it was all dirty like that, but it was in our kitchen. I was like, that's a weird, maybe he's using it to clean stuff. I don't know.
Toothbrush to clean stuff.
That's what I assumed. I assumed like, oh, Ross is doing some renovation stuff. He's like handy and works on the house. So like I thought maybe he's doing some renovation stuff. He used the toothbrush to clean something. That's why it's in the kitchen all dirty like that. But Galen also does not know what happened to the toothbrush and texted me privately, "Hey, did you wipe your ass with this toothbrush?"
That was the first question.
Like, what?
You can smell it and just find that out.
Right? But it's such a mystery. And so I responded, I was like, I have literally no idea. The last time I saw that toothbrush, it was dirty like that, but in the kitchen.
The last time I saw that toothbrush, it looked like that, but it was in my ass. My name's Mike Eaton. Welcome to the podcast. We're at home right now. Mike, turn it the fuck off. You're a problem, man.
Oh, man. So Sunday of Skankfest.
God,
getting
it's
towards
so fucking hard to put the date. Like, I literally, when you asked me what we did Friday night, I don't remember. Was that the night where we all ended up at White Castle together?
Yes.
It was, right?
White Castle is awful. Everyone, you need to remember this. You
No.
need to know this in your hearts. White Castle is bad.
Okay, but
Food
here's
they
the
make
thing.
is bad.
Here's what Mike,
And you should not eat there.
here's what Mike needs to clarify. The story was how excited he was for White Castle and how in the line he was so stoked. He was like telling me what to get. He's like, I'm going to get this and this. I'm going to get chicken rings. And then he gets like 9 items. He sits down with all the food in front of him, takes one bite. He's like, oh yeah, White Castle sucks. And then you just like threw all the food away.
You son of a bitch.
I forget every fucking time. That note to the camera was more to me in the future.
I liked the chicken rings.
God.
The chicken rings were good.
Is White Castle like the same thing as Crystal's?
But
Yeah.
worse. It's worse than Crystal
I
because
don't
Crystal
know.
doesn't put a shit ton of onions.
I like
I
onions.
love crystals.
If you like onions, I feel like you'd like White Castle. You don't like onions, right?
Yeah, I do not like onions.
That's why you didn't like it.
Are you talking about, is it like a code for something else?
No, that's not like a group of people or anything.
Weird.
No, we all went in and like I think it was Fuzzy's first time having it.
And it was Vegas White Castle, so there was a lot of stuff going
It's
on.
old Vegas White Castle, fucking dirty Fremont White Castle.
Yeah, but there was a sweet black lady behind the counter.
God, she was so nice.
She called me sweetie like 4 times.
I almost overdosed on it. She says that, baby, sweetie, honey.
I almost avenged George Floyd for her, dude.
For real.
I was like,
was
someone
about to
get
start-
me shoving.
I was gonna grab a white dude, just kneel on his neck right there. Like,
This
is
is
this
for
what you
you.
wanted?
This is
Is
for you,
this
babe.
better?
Dude, what are we doing?
No,
I
that
don't
was
know,
good.
but
that
I
was,
like it.
That was 4 black people.
Yeah.
Because
they-
we fired off so many ends in this episode. I'm not even going
So
to say
that was
it
Friday
anymore.
night. Saturday night was you guys Molly Jelly Roll.
Yeah, so that was insane because I took the Molly and I don't know if this affects it, but like it wasn't crushed up. It was just like a rock of Molly in a capsule. So I think maybe that caused it to hit harder because when it came on, I was fucking. Someone was like talking to me saying I had a good set, and all I could think in my head was like, "This is fucking stupid. This person's stupid." I was like, "No, they're not. They're nice."
Hey, Adam, you had a good set. You're an idiot.
Shut up.
You don't know.
You're not my dad.
Felt that on Molly?
Well, I think it was just a huge transition. Like my entire body, like it all hit so fucking hard, and I was like really uncomfortable.
You're
But
transitioning?
yeah, I was transitioning into a fucking tranny psycho freak. One of those freaks.
God damn it.
You did
God
that.
damn it.
You did that.
I didn't mean to.
Well, don't do that. Don't
I thought
tee
you were
me
just
up.
going to say, yeah, I'm a lady now.
You
Look, I
can't
can't drive or
Tee
whatever.
me up. You can't be like, Adam, did the Jews do 9/11 and not expect me to go off on a 15-minute Kanye-inspired tangent. With proof. With proof, by the way. But yeah, so it hit, and I went down to Fremont Street because it was just too. It wasn't the right energy at Skankfest for Molly.
Correct.
I feel like I realized it was a mistake at that point.
Yeah.
But Fremont Street with like all those lights and shit, and then there was this huge line, and I was like, "What's this big line?" I was like, "Oh, it's the Jelly Roll concert." Like that sounds fun.
Yeah.
And so I call Tony Casillas, Candice Medina, Joey Smith. We all wait in line. We get into the Jelly Roll concert. And the opening band is just such a buzzkill because it's just like a guy like, I used to really struggle with substance abuse and you don't need drugs to have fun. And everyone's like, yeah. And we're just like, I'm fucking
I do.
tripping my ass off. I'm having a great time. But after every song, it was just the most like mediocre, like grungy rock song, and then it would just go on like a 14-minute monologue. It's like no one's here to see you.
Yeah.
Like shut up. But then he finished, and it just started getting fucking nuts. Like people started like flooding in,
Yeah.
and like there's this white trash lady. This lady stood in front of her. She's like, "We've been here for 4 hours. You ain't gonna fucking sit there." She's like, "You got to move." And then she tapped on my shoulder. She's like, "Make that woman move." And I was like, "No." I'm high on Molly. If I put my hands on a woman, more is gonna happen.
I'll make her move, all right.
Yeah, she will move.
She's going to squirm.
She's gonna flee. I want to make that bitch flee. And then it kept getting, and like Tony Casillas at this point is like, I'm uncomfortable.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, we waited this long. We got to fucking see Jelly Roll. But then just more and more people start packing in. It's getting like very Travis Scott energy.
Yeah.
And then this like old Mexican dude is just standing with one of those long cups and he just opens his mouth and fucking puke everywhere. And Tony looked at me and was like, now? Like, yeah, now.
That guy fucking rules.
But then just to leave, just to get out of there, people are screaming at us.
Yeah.
They're like, you can't fucking go this way. I'm like, we literally just want to leave. We want to get out of here. They're like, you got to go that way. But there was a wall the other way. They blocked it off. And then we realized once we got out that they took the line stuff down and they were just letting everybody in.
Yeah.
And so I thought people were going to die.
They probably did.
Yeah, they don't. On Fremont Street, no one knows. You just drag a dead person into one of those performance circles.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, this guy's doing a dead guy.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
He's going to make some money.
This guy's doing a dead homeless guy that smells like shit.
Did you see the guy that was just laying on the ground that said, pose me?
Yeah, they had him at Skankfest.
Yeah.
Did you see that? They brought. Well, he's all over TikTok and stuff. You can put him in any pose.
No, I got it immediately,
Yeah,
but like, it's just,
He's not just a guy that did that.
the first time I saw him, I was just like violently hungover and was just like dying. And I'm walking through Skankfest, and I go back to get a water out of the green room, and then I walk out, and there's just this dude lying on the ground like this, and it says "pose me," and he's got a little bucket. And I was like, all right, that's pretty funny. And then I walked into the tank, and I'm talking to Zach for a minute, and I come back out, and he's in a different pose. And I
Yeah,
was like,
people do that.
oh, I wonder if I could make him salute Hitler.
Did you do it? Did you Hal Hitler him?
No.
Well, yeah, he says put me in a position I won't move, but when I jacked him off, he moved immediately. He's a fucking liar. I hate liars. But
So Saturday night is crazy Jelly Roll time. I run into you guys when you got back.
we got back, and then what was cool is Jelly Roll came to Skankfest. Also,
Yeah.
Nate Diaz.
Yeah.
So I was high on Molly, and I'm just standing there, and Nate Diaz walked by me.
Yeah,
and
you're
I was like,
I can pick him
why?
up.
Fuck you.
Fuck you, Nate.
That's my instinct. Did you say fuck you to
That's
Nate
so
Diaz?
cool.
I'm a Nick Diaz guy. He's like, that's my brother. I like him.
Yeah.
That doesn't insult me.
So then Sunday ended up being my best day.
Sunday was also Skankfest, right? It was still going on.
Yes, that was the last day of Skankfest.
Sunday was also my favorite day, too.
Sunday was
because
the best.
I got 4 sets on Sunday.
Same.
And I'd say the only negative was I missed my Kill Tony. I got pulled on Kill Tony.
Yeah.
But I took a set over it, which I don't regret overall. I mean, it would have been great because it was all the Legion of Skanks guys on the panel on Kill
Yeah.
Tony. It would have been a blast to end Skankfest like that. But I got offered a set on Sheath stage, which I hadn't gotten to do yet.
Yeah.
And like, I was like, I got to do it. There's no way I'm going to get pulled anyway. There's like 200 names in the bucket. And
Yeah.
then literally when I go into the green room, I just start getting like 20, 30 messages like, you're getting called on Kill Tony. I'm like,
Fuck.
well, whatever. But it's probably fine. I mean, I might be blacklisted.
How was,
Yeah.
how was Kill Tony?
So
They were crushing it, actually. Like, yeah, both those shows were really, really good.
So I went. My last show scheduled for the thing was 5 p.m. Sunday. So I got to Notoriety at like 3, and I get there and I go and check and see how everything's doing, and I go to check in on the tank and see how it's going. And Zach goes, "Oh, good, you're here. Can you go up?" And he's like, "I need someone to fill a spot."
Yeah, that happens.
So I was like, "Yeah, for sure." So I go up. I do 5 minutes. I do really well. It's very fun. Blah blah blah. And then after I get off, I'm kind of standing there, and he goes, "Oh man, I didn't realize that you were on so soon at 5. It's going to be mostly the same people. I'll just move you to a later show. Do you mind if I put you on the 11?" And I was like, "That's the last show of the fest. That'll probably be pretty cool."
It probably wasn't, right?
So, but I said yes.
Yeah.
So I said yes, and that's fine. So now I've done my set, and then I realized I'm free now at 5 p.m., which means I can go sign up for Kill Tony. And I walk, and there's a line of like 70 people waiting to sign up for Kill Tony, and I'm like, I'm not doing that. So I go to the front, and I ask Colt and Christy. I was like, "Hey, can I
letting comics do
sign
that,
up?"
I
And they're
think.
like, "There's a line," and I was like, "Oh, then I'm not doing it." And they're like, "Okay, fine." So I signed the shit. But so a guy who I'd never met, but we've connected online, who's starting in comedy, he's a very nice dude named Eric, came to Skankfest, and then he came with my buddy Jacob, who I've known forever. So I meet up with them, and so we're watching the first Kill Tony together, and Tony pulls a name out of the bucket, and he goes, "Oh, we know this guy. He's amazing. He, moved to Austin to, do his comedy dreams." And I was like, "Oh, yeah, that sounds right. Okay." And then I get ready to go up, and then it's Yonder. And I was like, "Oh, that's fair." And both Eric and Jacob were like, "Oh, bro, it's you, it's you." And then it's not me. I was like, "God damn it, okay." And then a couple more people go up, and then Tony goes, "Oh, this is another guy we know, also from Austin. Very funny. Make some noise for Mike Eaton." And I was like, "Oh, shit, it's me this time." And I went up, and it was David Tell, Ian Fidance, and Eric Griffin.
That's fucking awesome.
And the set went really well. I got big pops on the jokes. And then as soon as I finished the jokes, David Tell goes, "What do you do during the day?" I was like, "I mostly eat." And he's like, "You look like you're a clown at a hospice for children."
I can see
I
that.
was like, "God, okay." And then, so they all keep roasting me. At one point, Ian Fidance called me John Wayne Macy's Day Float.
Macy's Day for
It was just like, God damn, that's so good.
That's cool.
But they were really cool. So I finished. I have a very good set. And I'm like, wow, man, this is so fun. And then I leave to go meet up with my friend Lucy and her boyfriend Jeff at the Dance Safe stage. And so we're watching, and Tim Dillon is up. And
I
then,
saw that set.
and then TJ Miller goes up like right after him.
Yeah.
And it's fucking incredible. So much fun. And then like, fuck, I gotta pee. So I leave, I go through the green room, and I go to pee right by the Sheath stage, and I run into you.
Oh,
And
yeah.
you're like, "Hey, call Carden.
oh,
They
yeah.
need somebody
Remember,
to host this
this
fucking
is when
show."
you got to do that show.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
Stacy ends up putting me up to host that fucking show. So then I get to MC for Sam Talent, Joe List, Will Sylvans, and Nick Vatterott.
That's a good
Plus
fucking
John
lineup.
Carden. So it was
Yeah.
super fucking dope. just because I was there peeing and ran into you.
Oh yeah. The lineups were fucking ridiculous. The last one I did, the one I missed Kill Tony for, was T.J. Miller, Nick Mullen, Godfrey, then me. And it was supposed to be T.J. Miller, Nick Mullen, Godfrey, Tim Dillon. So it's a fucking murderer's row, and then everyone thinks Tim Dillon's coming out. And when they introduced me, everyone's like, Tim's not here. And like literally 30 people just got up and walked out. And that's what sucked too, was I missed my Kill Tony spot for probably my worst set at Skankfest. But I mean, in the end, you're there to do stage time. Like you can't give up an actual spot for a possible
No, I get it.
minute.
I get it.
When it would have been fun as fuck.
It
but
would have been. You would have had
yeah.
a really good time.
Mm-hmm. It would have been better, and it was a bad decision, and I'm stupid and gay.
Yeah. Well, so I'm supposed to be on the last show of the night, and the whole reason my friend Lucy came is Lucy is a professional sign language interpreter.
Oh, I heard about this.
And I had her, me and Eli had her do live sign language for the Giggle Boys episode one time. She's like, oh, this will be so fun if I have her come up there for comedy. So I got her in, and then we rehearsed what joke I was going to do, and I picked one where I talk about how fat I am so that she could like really like zhuzh it up with her motions. And then we went up, and it fucking destroyed. It was my best set of the fest by far.
I saw someone post about it in the Skankfest group.
Someone posted about it in the Skankfest group that it was like one of their favorite things of the whole weekend, which is crazy.
Yeah.
But then the best part is a different person posted a video on Instagram of me and Lucy on stage, and I'm doing jokes, and I'm like looking at her like, hey, why are you making me so fat? You know, like playing off of it. But you cannot hear any of the words that we're saying because this guy is totally going, just doing this weird fucking moan laugh.
Sounds like you fucking, dude. Gonna come.
But yeah, dude, Sunday fucking ripped.
Yeah, well, that's cool that we both got to do shows like at the end, because I literally was one of the last comics on that Sheath stage. Like that was it. It was the showrunner's last show, so it was cool. I mean, I got to perform on 4 of the 5 stages.
Fuck yeah,
that was fucking cool. Like I wasn't expecting that at all.
Yeah,
I was thinking I was just gonna do the smaller room.
Dude, that whole fest is so fucking fun.
That smaller room also wasn't small. Like every year at Skankfest, they have a room where it's just comics nonstop. Like there is no host. It's just each comic brings up the next comic all day. It never ends. There's no breaks. There's always a comic on stage. There's no resets or anything, which is smart because actually I say every year they do that, but last year at Skankfest South they didn't do that. They did have lineups on those shows, but there was no reason to because it was just a constant flow. And this way, I think more people came to that room knowing that they were going to see comics, and big comics stopped in there. Like I saw Tim Dillon came in there, David Tell did a set in there. Yeah, like, and that's
the
cool
funniest
way
thing
to
that happened
see
in that room was Jamar Neighbors made Shane Gillis auction him off, slave auction style. So they're both on stage, and Shane is auctioning off, and he goes, "Hey man, I got to tell you, I don't really feel that comfortable doing this." 5? Do I see 5? It was fucking amazing. One of the funniest things I've ever seen.
I made a joke about saying the N-word, and Godfrey was on deck, and he was like, "Do it, motherfucker!" He's like, "If you're gonna do it, you gotta do it now."
Dude, he is so ripped.
That guy's insane and super nice, too.
He's super nice.
I was surprised how good me and Godfrey got along.
And he's so strong.
Yeah, I believe that. Did you guys wrestle?
No. I was just looking at him.
He kept asking me to race. Yeah. He really did. He's like, "You want to race me?" I was like, "I mean, no. Yeah. You'll win for sure."
I think if we're talking about race, I already won.
Yeah, I mean, we do control everything, including Kanye's career, dude. We got that. Fuck you, yay.
Chris, why are you so quiet?
I wasn't at Skankfest.
I know, but you can talk about
this.
Stuff.
Is what he does. We have a podcast together, and he literally just is fat the whole time.
Yeah.
You guys are telling stories. I'm letting you tell a story.
He's there to make me look less fat.
Yeah,
that's why
I get that.
He makes me look less rapey.
What do you want me to just scream out in the middle of a story?
I was standing at the creek on Wednesday, and I was standing there next to Trey, and someone was like, "Mike, you look great." And I was like, "Oh, I have discovered a life hack."
Darian, I think you have a good body. Don't worry, man.
Well, I said
Don't listen
Trey.
to these people.
He said
because
he was talking about Trey, not Darian.
Oh, well, they have the same body type. So I was
Darian's
just complimenting
more
him.
better proportion than you. You have a tiny ass.
Yeah,
Darian's
tall.
He's got a high, tiny ass.
Who does?
Yes.
Oh, man.
Good for fucking. You know what I'm saying?
As
Go back to
Skankfest,
talking about
though,
Skankfest.
yeah, go back to not talking. Skankfest, because we went to Skankfest South together, and we just hung out the whole time. So there was a lot of people there that recognized me from South
Yeah.
in Vegas. And the one guy was like, "Where's the other fat guy?" So we're just the fat guys.
Yeah,
Like,
that
in my
sucks.
head, I like to think I'm the skinny one.
Yeah.
But no, everyone's
No.
just like, "No, you're the fat guy."
Where's the other fat guy? Oh.
You learn quick that fat is just fat to other people.
Yeah, and I am getting
It's
there.
weird though because I've discovered where I go determines how people respond to when I talk about being fat. Because if I say I'm fat in Texas, Oklahoma, the Midwest, they're like, "No, honey, you just got a good appetite." But I say I'm fat in California or New York, and they're like, "Yeah, you have a problem. We
Yeah.
don't like looking at it. Stop."
You eat
Stop.
gluten. You eat
So we
gluten
should
and
just stay
trans
here,
fats.
Mike.
Yeah.
Let's never go to California. They
No,
make us
I
feel
like it.
bad.
I like scaring them.
You like? What do you mean scared?
I like how upset they get by seeing my body.
I would rather be the fat guy than just everyone be fat.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I feel like
yes.
that's better. You don't want to be
more
just everybody
interesting.
else. That's
Yeah.
gay.
There's I don't know.
The good thing about being in this comedy scene, Mike, is we're not the fat guys.
Yeah,
No.
we're just funny.
We're not the fat guy.
There's these two big fat guys that look like each other, and they're both idiots. And they're dumb. They're dumb idiots. Their names are Darian, Irwin, and
and
Trey
their
Pack.
habits are going to kill them soon.
And they're both a couple of dumb fat idiots.
Man,
I don't like that Darian didn't say anything. It's
I know he's just staring.
I'm barred from speaking publicly currently, so.
Oh,
Oh yeah, you guys are still.
He has
They're
an
feuding.
He has an
They're
NDA.
feuding.
yeah, it's a real Montague Capulet kind of situation.
Well, that's awkward because you know who we brought with us. We'll
It's like
put a
time to
boot in
resolve.
your ass. It's the
Comes out from behind the brick wall.
He busts through it, but it's like it's not graceful. He's really fucked up from it. Oh shit!
Fucking splinters in his side.
Just bleeding. Like, fuck.
There's
Can we
like,
pause?
are you okay? Strikes back their French. Are you all right, man?
Dude, that didn't look good.
It didn't. It fucking hurt.
Oh man,
Inside Baseball is really good. On a podcast.
I cannot wait to see what people say about this episode.
Nothing, probably. I mean, last time I was on your podcast, you clipped probably the most offensive thing I said, put it on TikTok, and then a weird gay black man went off on me. I had such an odd demographic of people hating me.
That was the most picture perfect irony because you in the clip are talking about a snuff film where a black man is having sex with an old white man from behind. He
No, it's
leaves-
missionary.
Oh, it was missionary.
Yeah.
Oh, I've been picturing it wrong the whole time.
Well, I'll send it to you, and then you don't have to picture
but so
it.
the black guy leaves, and then he comes back smuggling a knife in his ass cheeks.
Yeah, Chris has seen it.
I watch it like every day, dude. I love it.
It's
And then he
Chris's
takes the knife
background.
out and he stabs and kills the white guy. And Adam says, one, it's weird because they speak English, and
It is
it's
weird.
easier not to care when they don't speak English.
Which is totally true.
And then he says that the video's crazy. So that's the clip I post, is him talking about the video and how crazy that is. And then he brings it up, and then Eli goes, "Have you seen the one where the homeless guy boofs another guy a crackhead?" And I go, "Hold on with your boofery."
Yeah, right after I finish the story, Eli's ready to just go to the next thing.
Yeah, and I was like, no. We got to talk about this for a second.
There were layers to that story.
So that's the clip I post. And then this guy, who's just some random TikToker who claims to be a comedian.
Yeah.
He's a younger gay black guy.
That was
in,
hilarious when he claimed to be a comedian. He was like,
in-
I've done bigger shows than you. And
in Kansas City. So he's in Kansas City. He's like a young guy, and he posts it, and he's got on like a weird hat thing. And it looks like a shower hat.
it looked like Jiffy Pop.
Yeah, it did.
I told that was the only comment I put. He's like, note to this person, you shouldn't post clips like this. And I was like, note to you, you shouldn't roast people when you're wearing a Jiffy Pop hat.
So that happened. So there's back and forth. I comment on it like, "Hey, you're a fucking idiot," you know. But all of these people in the comments, like literally hundreds and hundreds of comments, are calling for the death of whites.
Yeah.
And so that's the thing that's so funny is that Adam's talking about a video where a black guy kills a white guy. And he's like, and I like it. And they're all like, we want more dead whites. And Adam's like, that's what I'm saying.
I'm with you guys. Let's videotape it.
So then that guy gets mad. Adam says the Jiffy Pop thing. I said some shit. And then he posts and he's like, I guarantee I'm a better comedian. I've done better stages and with bigger names than you.
Yeah.
And so I was like, okay, Where? Say them to me, because if you are a comedian, I know who you work with.
Man.
I've heard of who you work with. Like, come on, where are you even based out of?
We would
and he
know
goes,
of
I'm in
it.
Kansas City. And I was like, awesome, I'm there in 2 weeks at Comedy Club Kansas City featuring for Jonathan Kite. Come through, hang
Give me a
out.
get spot.
And then he took everything down.
That's awesome.
I guarantee you that death video is funnier than he ever will be.
I was just surprised by how many people are offended about people watching death videos. Is that a bad
if we're talking
thing?
death videos, I'm your guy.
Chris just sparked up like.
Chris will be like having a panic attack and be like, I need to watch like a 6-year-old Korean girl get ran over by a
I
bus.
once watched a 6-year-old Indian man get crushed by an elevator. 6-year-old Indian boy get crushed by an elevator.
Yeah.
Was
And
he
he
in
made
it or
the
under it or?
He was just like playing with the door, and it just opened and it crushed, and his head blew up.
Oh!
And I'll tell you, the noise he made was the funniest thing.
What's
I told
wrong with
Daria
you?
that it sounded like when R2-D2 screams on Star Wars.
Oh my god. That is dark.
Jesus.
Over this guy got pulled into a lathe and then turned into a.
Yeah, Darian, when we were coming back from New Orleans, the last like hour of our trip, Mike, was just me and Darian watching death videos while Darian's driving. He's just driving. He's like, watch this one. This is hilarious.
I think there.
The favorite part about that one is his friend watches it happen, and the immediacy of his friend, like his friend's there, and then his friend's spaghetti. And he's just like,
My friend's
He's
spaghetti.
just like, shit, I got to clean this up. I got to do overtime
Is that the
now.
one where he just turns into like a mist?
Oh, it's not just a miss. He just,
oh, it's pretty goofy.
you ever play it?
it's a goopy miss.
Okay.
It's like playing with Play-Doh when it's
Oh yeah. Okay.
the spaghetti.
Look how talkative he's gotten.
No, Chris
Since
has
we
been
mentioned,
silent.
you said death videos, and he's like,
Hello, I'm Chris Rees.
when people die,
Well,
I
I
feel
wasn't at
alive.
Skankfest Vegas, but I am here now.
I am an admin on Best Score. I moderate the forums. Hey, no more talking about cats, guys. Strictly murder.
when I was probably 16, we had a movie theater at my house.
Yeah.
So it had a huge fucking movie theater screen, and Faces of Death was popular. And I'd gotten a hold of it, and I had it on my computer, and I plugged my computer into it, and we played it on the big screen. And the first one that came up was Bud Dwyer, where he's got the gun, and he's like at the press conference, and he pulls it out of
like
the
an
envelope,
Yeah.
and then puts it in his mouth, and he pulls the trigger, but then you see him in the corner, and there's so much blood coming out.
So much more than you would think.
So much more than and you're like, whoa, that's crazy. And then it just cuts right to the next one. And it's like a thermal cam, and it's a guy, and he's in like a police standoff, and he's got a shotgun, and then you just see like it's like, okay, I can do that kind because it's not, but it doesn't do anything for me. It
Yeah.
just was like,
Because I find it funny listening to like these articles about the new Terrifier 2 movie and people are puking and shit. I watched last night, and Adam and I are just like, nah, we watched children die. On
I think you should
videos.
do a thing like ridiculousness, but with death videos. What's up, everybody? It's me, Mike Eaton. We got Gordon Ramsay here today. All right, this is a Korean kid getting stabbed in the neck. Oh, shit. Fuck, man. What do you think?
rewind that.
He's just got like a retarded girl giggling at everything. They're dead. Oh, shit, man. This segment's called In Half. It's videos where people get cut in half. Shit. I had a show. You're like, I had other shows on MTV for a while.
Holy shit.
I would watch that, though.
You guys remember what was that show with the guy from Papa Roach on MTV?
Jacoby Shaddix?
Yeah, and it was
Oh, Scarred.
Scarred, that's
Yeah.
right.
That
What
was
is
cool.
Scarred?
It's just about people that like got hurt.
Scars remind me, past is real.
You do seem like a Papa
Yeah,
Roach
some of
fan.
those, some of those fucked up.
fan.
You got
They would
a
have like.
tattoo?
No.
Okay.
arm just getting folded in half under it.
We're just doing two separate podcasts. Me and Darian are doing it, and you guys are just singing grunt songs to each other.
No, we're talking about Papa Roach, one of the best bands ever.
All right.
Okay, one of the best bands ever.
Yeah, for sure.
I got one song.
Does he sing "Cut My Life into
Yeah,
Pieces"?
that's a great one. But
like
also
that.
Scars, the namesake of that TV show.
Yeah. What?
It was so
Scar-
good it spawned a MTV show.
Yeah, what have you made musically? How many shows do the Beatles have on MTV? I'm sorry, 0, because they suck shit at music.
I don't know.
That's
Okay.
a good
Yeah.
point. They do
Yeah.
have there's a show where it's a bunch of real Beatles,
Uh-huh.
and they all sing Beatles songs.
That's pretty cool.
Oh, yeah, I
a
didn't
good
think
show.
about that one, did you,
It's-
Mike?
It's for, it's
No,
for
but those
kids.
Beatles are better than the Beatles.
Damn, you don't like the Beatles?
Beatles fucking
he's
suck.
he's
They're-
retarded. He's
they're
a dumb
overrated.
person.
I say this to a lot of people, but the Beatles suck. George Carlin sucks.
George Carlin?
Jerry Seinfeld's a pedophile.
Yeah, I could see that.
Okay.
There's a lot of that.
Well, earlier
And you
when
got
we-
a tattoo of an avocado, so shut up. You're not better than
Avocado,
a-
first off.
earlier when Darian was saying that like dirty comics end up being like some of the nicest people, it works the other way because all clean comics are rapists.
Yeah.
Every single one.
Yeah. If you don't swear on stage, you
Nate
don't believe in
Bargatze.
consent.
Oh
Rapist.
yeah, Nate Bargatze. He picks kids up.
Now we made Darian uncomfortable, finally.
He's the king of where I'm from.
Darian's never going to work at Zany's
I-
again because of this podcast.
I will bring it up every chance I get. My absolute favorite Darian moment was getting to watch him interact with Nate Bargatze out in the back of the crate.
Oh, was it
Was
like
he
cute?
scared?
Was
It
he
was
giggly?
awesome. I took a great picture of them.
I don't know what's wrong with me. I'm batting 1,000 with looking just insane.
It's perfect. So they interact, and at one point, it's like, I'm from Tennessee too. You know, they're like, Tennessee boys.
Can I open for you?
So, it's a very sweet interaction. They take the picture, and Nate's like very nice, and then he goes to walk over to the other like circle of people that are out there. We're on the back patio, and Darren goes, "Oh, every podcast I watch it every day." And just
Jesus
quietly,
Christ,
just like
Darren.
out of his mouth, and Nate goes, "Hey, thanks." And she's like, "Oh, you heard it."
Oh, was he nice about it?
He was very nice about it.
No, he kind of made fun of me a little bit.
You're like, get away from me, you fat monster.
No, when he left, he goes,
At one point I turned to him and said, I'm sorry, I don't know how to act in front of headliner.
"Yeah, you did say
Good.
that."
That's a cool thing to say. He's like, I like that hat. Where'd you get it from? You're like, I'm a comedian.
Jesus Christ.
What? No, I said, where'd you get that hat? Like 5 years? I've been doing it for like 5 years. All right, man.
Can I open for you?
I do open set, guess.
You're my hero.
He goes on. He's on stage. Darren just walks on stage and taps on his shoulder. Hey, can you do a guest set? I'm kind of doing it. My headlining.
Hey,
Remember
you know
me?
how you're
I'm the hat
Tennessee
guy.
kid? Could I be kid too?
Can I do it?
Can I be Tennessee adults?
Can I do it, Nate?
I'm also from Tennessee.
I'm not gay.
Yeah, Nate, I'm not gay.
Nate, please.
Nate, I'm a big fan. I'm not gay. Can I get a picture?
Holy shit! All right, well, this has been a disaster.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, can we plug our podcast?
I like
Yeah, no,
Death
that's I was
video
about to ask. Where can people? Chris, you're admin on Best Score. They can find you at liveleak.com.
Yeah, he's Black Deaths are Good Deaths 22.
Just if you
There
want
were
in, you gotta
22 other accounts named.
if you want in, you gotta send me a video of you killing your kids, and you can get in.
So yeah,
Wow.
we.
Okay. Good. All right. That's good.
It's
Yep.
funny because last time I did your podcast, we had just started the Filthy Show podcast,
Yeah.
and since then we have made one more episode. But we
Yeah.
just made it, and we have 2 more scheduled. So we did one with John Carden.
Yeah.
And we're shooting it at the Creek in the Cave. They have a podcast room there now.
Awesome.
It's very nice. And it was really fun. It's called The Filthy Show. It's just all really offensive stuff, basically.
Great.
Except, ours isn't like, welcome to Highly Social and nice and then we'll put a boot in your...
Yeah.
But I don't know when this will come out, but we're doing
Monday.
one with... Okay. Yeah. We're doing one with David Lucas on Sunday. So probably
amazing.
Tuesday or Wednesday.
Well, John Carden was the first guest on Highly Social. So
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
awesome. So go check him out on the Filthy Show podcast.
It's good.
It's fun.
Adam, so _Adam Luckey.
Yeah, on Instagram. And
Luckey.
then I have, if you live in Austin, I have the Filthy Show every Saturday. And
Unbelievable. It's the best show in town.
really fun.
It's my absolute favorite.
Everyone's required to say the N-word.
Yeah.
No context.
It's very fun.
You got to fire it off.
CREES comedy, Crees comedy, Chris
Yeah.
Rees.
C Rees comedy, yeah.
C-Rees.
REES.
Yeah.
I just
Yeah.
pronounce it as crease.
Yeah.
Crease. I like that.
Crease. Crease.
That's what I imagine your grandma says to you.
Yeah.
Hi guys, I'm Crease.
Well, thank you boys so much for being on Highly Social.
The last one.
The very last, one
yeah.
of any podcast they'll ever let me do anywhere ever.
That's what we do.
Yeah.
Yeah, your last one ended shortly after me, too, so it's your
Yeah,
fault.
right? You're the fucking heart. You're my John Cena.
Hell yeah. Can't you see me? Can't you hear my N-words now?
Well, that's how it goes. It's been Highly Social. And Darian behind the sticks. Thank you so
Darian.
much for coming back.
Thanks, Darren.
All right. Well, it's been Mikey. Have a great day.
Let's go eat those
Bye.
piss eggs.